Hello, I'd like to talk to you again about your agent for change, Barack Hussein Obama. Where did this slogan come from? We've seen Obama plagiarize other politicians' speeches before. Where did this slogan, your agent for change, where did that come from? In 2006, Obama traveled to Kenya in Africa, a democratic and primarily Christian nation, there to campaign for his Muslim terrorist cousin, Odinga. Odinga made an agreement with hardline Muslims that if he were elected, that he would rewrite the constitution of that country, force Islam upon the nation, and invoke Sharia law. Obama, knowing full well that those people were going to lose the rights of religious freedom in that country, campaigned for his cousin. He saw his cousin's personal gain more important than the individual rights of the freedom of religion to the individuals in that country. Obama was denounced as being a stooge for Odinga by the Kenyan government, and his cousin did lose the election, although I understand that he has now been given him a position within that government. When he lost, however, he and his followers went on a rampage. They burned down a church in which 50 of the members were hiding and killed nearly 1,000 people in that country before their rampage of terror was over. And that was his cousin's campaign slogan, your agent for change. We've seen Obama change his mind on many other issues in the past. Just last fall, speaking of Iran, he said that they represented a very grave and serious threat to the security of our nation. We know that they have been supplying weaponry and ammunition to extremists in Iraq, which is used to kill our troops. We know that they train and fund Hamas, a terrorist group that would like to see every Jew and every Christian in this world dead. We also know that Hamas supports Barack Obama's candidacy for the presidency of the United States. And we also know that Obama's church has been reprinting Hamas manifestos, a group that kills Christians, and yet his supposedly Christian church reprints their manifestos in the newsletters and the bulletins, something that Obama himself has never commented on. He would rather that you did not know this. Now, just a few days ago, he is telling the American people that Iran is not a threat to us, and that he is willing to meet with them without any preconditions, and that we might not have to compromise on any issue. We might not have to compromise. This certainly shows that Obama is willing to appease, to compromise with a nation that not only funds terrorists, but is led by terrorists. A nation that believes that Allah wants to lead them and the other Muslim nations of the world to dominate the world and to kill every Christian and every Jew and every other non-Muslim in the world. And he tells us that they are not a threat because they're a small country and that they don't have nuclear arms. Well, we can look just back to World War II and see the country of Germany. Germany was only 1/4 the size of modern-day Iran. Japan, once again, only 1/4 the size of Iran. Neither one of these countries possessed nuclear weapons. And millions were killed before these nations surrendered. So we've seen Obama campaign for a terrorist, knowing that the nation was going to lose its religious freedom. We've seen him lie to the American public and tell us that Iran is not a threat, that they are just a small country. What else has Obama been lying to the American people about? I'll leave a link to this article, and I'm sure if you search, you'll find many other articles like this online. Barack Obama is the most radical candidate ever to stand at the precipice of acquiring his party's presidential nomination and the American presidency. It is apparent that he is a member of an international socialist movement which hopes to use the United Nations as a vehicle to shake down the U.S. taxpayers for trillions of dollars in slavery reparations. One group, just one of these groups, is the African World Reparations and Reparations Truth Commission, which is demanding $777 trillion. I also came across a group called the Republic of New Africa. It is a movement very closely related to this, which wants to form a black nation within the United States and take over the states of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, South Carolina, and effectually cut off Florida from the lower 48 states. Also linked to this is one Dr. Eva Carruthers, who has been an active member of Obama's church, and many other people within this movement, which are friends and close associates of Obama. Prior to his election to the U.S. Senate in 2004, your agent for change, Barack Hussein Obama, said that he opposed reparations for slavery. After he was elected, he changed his stance and said, oh, well, I'm against just signing over checks to African Americans. But there are many other ways they could benefit. They could suspend the requirement to pay income tax. They could offer them free education, all at the expense of U.S. taxpayers. Obama tells us that we will no longer be able to drive our SUVs, keep our homes at 72 degrees, eat like we would like to eat, and if he gets his way, we certainly won't. We won't be able to afford it. Your agent for change has plans to change things that you have not dreamed of. Thanks for listening.